when you have no time. That is the predicament that I am kind of in right now, because as you know, I am one person here. I can only do so much during the time that I can do things, but it's like there's so many like big things to tackle. Well, it's some of them are kind of big. Some of them are just kind of relatively smaller things that are relatively quickly, but it still, would take maybe like half hour to an hour to do that, which deters from the larger things, all this other stuff. And it's like it gets to a point where it's like there's so much stuff that I want to do and that I would like to achieve and everything, but it's like it becomes so hard because here's like one thing that I want to do, but it's not a priority right now. So I have to focus on the priorities, and then new priorities pop up, and then by the time you get to it, it's like a year later. You know what I mean? Or there's been several things that I've kind of had to put on hold for like probably like several months, if not like a year or two even. It's like, oh, or I begin working on something, I'm very diligent about it, and then something comes up, and like, okay, let me focus on that instead. And then I never finish the other thing in a reasonable amount of time. I mean, eventually I do. Eventually I do get back to it, but it's like the time frame. So it'd be so nice to just be able to just clone yourself. Maybe I would make like 3 versions of me. One focus on this, one focus on that, one focus on the other thing. It'd be perfect. But because there are certain things, it's like if I had other people help me, that would be fantastic. But there's also certain things that like only I can do. So there's certain things that I would not give to someone else to do. You know what I mean? Like there are plenty of things that I'd be like, okay, you can handle this. I'm perfectly fine with whatever you do and whatever you create for this and everything. But it's like I'm not going to hire like employees or pay people to do certain things that I can essentially do. It would just take longer. But it's also like I really wish there were some people that could help with certain aspects of what I want to accomplish that could take me longer, because maybe I don't necessarily have certain skills here and there, but it's like, what you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? I don't know. Regardless, it's just, you just kind of like run out of time. It's like, you have all these things to do and you don't really have the time to really do it. You don't make the time for it. That's usually what I say. You don't make the time for it. Because if something is a priority for you, then you make it the priority by, focusing your time on it and doing that task. Whereas if something's not a priority, then you don't really care about it and you're just going to just focus on something else. So it really depends on what you focus on. Like, what is your priorities? So yep, just kind of what my thoughts are, because it's like so many things I would love to do, but it's like I want to get them all done. I would feel like such a huge accomplishment, but then it's like there's so much stuff. So yeah, fortunately that's just how it is. So let me know what your thoughts are. You all take care, of a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.